Hello and welcome to my latest Let's Play of Horizon Zero Dawn. I am your host, TheeMadHatter, and I want to first of all thank all my subscribers. You guys are awesome, and I really am just overwhelmed by the love you guys have shown me, and I really do appreciate it. And taking a chance on me is just, I can't thank you all enough. And I also want to thank all those who have commented and rated. And speaking of rating, please, if you like the videos, definitely smash that like button. I really would appreciate it very, very much. Now, when we last left off in our last video, and I apologize for this being late, we had gotten to where the Tallneck is. Unfortunately, there's a big old camp full of guys that are trying to catch him, or trying to trap him. So basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to mark these guys just to get an idea where they're at. But there's actually a little trick to this. I'm going to, unfortunately, because of the length of the video, I'm going to have to make another one later on today. But I'm going to get this out here before I go to work. What's going on is that there's well, I don't know if you want to call it a trick or a cheat, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I'm trying to find the right words right now. I only just woke up just a little while ago, and I wanted to knock this out. Apparently what happens is if you jump up on the Tallneck, and even if there's still like enemies around, whether they're robotic or not, if you jump up on the Tallneck and you get to the top of them and you hack the Tallneck, you jump down, he gives us this electromagnetic pulse, and it will either kill off the enemies around, or it will hurt them badly enough for like one or two hits, and then like one hit even is actually more accurate. They'll die out in that one hit, and you'll be all right. So you don't necessarily have to kill them all in that one, in this particular area. In this area, however, that's basically what we're looking at. So, yeah.
I have to climb up to the Tallnecks' head.
One of the things that actually sold me on this game was the Tallnecks themselves. So I was looking at that, I was like, oh dear lord. Mechanical giraffes. I was like, yep. But that's really the fun part about the game in of itself, because that's what I really liked about just that's one of the aspects that I liked about the game. I just really enjoyed sitting there and just looking at this like, oh my lord, this is beautiful. And the game itself is just visually stunning from beginning to end, and that's really what it is. Now, I had to kind of edit a little bit out of there, so that's why I kind of looked like that was like a very bad jump cut, but I'm still learning how to use Share Factory, so please bear with me. But this is actually really cool, and I'm just trying to I was trying to figure out at the time, you know, just how to get this all set up for you guys. But at any rate, I'm sorry. So what we're going to do is, the reason why we're going over to the side over here is because instead of going straight up through the front, if you go off to the side over here, it's going to be a little more challenging if you go straight up through the middle, obviously. This is going to be a little less, it's going to be a challenge, but it's going to be a little less challenging, if that makes any sense. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and get around over to the side, but we're going to mark where these guys are at, just so that we have it marked up. because you want to make sure you know where these guys are at. Only because of the fact that, and please forgive me for being tired, you still want to know where they are, so this way they don't surprise you, and then it just causes a whole bunch of problems later on. Now, the commentary that I'm giving is actually post, so I noticed a mistake that I made up until probably so like about well into the video, that I was using the wrong bow. And I'm using this dang thing at a distance, and I'm like, what's going on with this? And I didn't really realize it. Let me grab this real quick. Alright, there we go. And I didn't realize that I had the wrong bow at the time. Because under normal circumstances, I don't know what I was thinking at this point, but normally I would use the long shot bow, which gives like a lot more damage, especially if you mod it right. Now,
are you going to hide like a coward or come out and fight?
said the man standing on top of the mesa.
There's a relief.
Alright, so at any rate, so what's going on is that we're going to go ahead and go in through here, and this will make it just a little easier. Now, as I was saying, I was using the wrong bow, and I didn't realize it until later on in the video, which I was like, wow, really? So I'm kind of mad at myself. I'm actually not kind of, I am mad at myself for not realizing that, because I probably could have saved myself a lot of trouble. However, it is what it is. It is what it is. So we'll have to see what's going on now. Now, what you'll see coming up. Now, I'm not saying this is the gospel by any means. However, you know, it just things right now, things are what they are.
It looks like they're trying to capture
Only
the
because of the
Tallnecks.
fact that only because, yeah, sorry. Only because of the fact that I just really wasn't paying attention. Gotta wait for him to turn around. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna jump up on this ladder. We're gonna wait for him to come back over this way here. Just gonna hang over here. A couple seconds so we can come back over this way, and we can go ahead and grab him and do this. Anytime you can do like a takedown like this, or lead him into the bushes and do the silent strike, is actually a good thing. As a matter of fact, I was saying in an earlier video that I had done for it, if you start out, you get 3 skills when you get control of Aloy, and the first 3 skills you should get is the silent strike and what was that, silent strike, and I forget the other 2 off the top of my head, but silent strike is definitely your friend, and it shows later on in the game. And building up the strikes are actually really a good idea, on top of a couple of other ones, but we'll go into that in another video. Actually, I'll actually go ahead and do a separate video as to what this is based off of my own gameplay and how the type of player I am. There's no wrong way to stack your talents. You know, just stack it how your play style is. So now here, yeah, sure, I got him in the head with that, which headshots weren't the problem. That you would have thought that I would have saw this and been like, well, yeah, this will work. and I wasn't thinking about it. I really wasn't thinking about it. I was just like, let's do
Have
this.
you got anything better to
When
do?
the sharp shot bow would have been a lot better because of how much damage it does. And dependent on what see, look at that. Look how crappy that.
Get down.
Oh jeez, that was, you know, you would have thought I should have changed bows right there, but I don't know why I stuck with it. I actually prefer now. I forgot about the guy up there, over to my left, now right. Well, right then left. That's what I meant. 'Cause he's up on top of that mesa right behind me. And he can see me. So now, I was lucky on that to not get hit. You know, I'm still trying to figure out how I did that trick with the rock, but hey. I was like, I didn't need to even do that. Okay, so there we go. Now, once again, I want to apologize for not noticing that at the time that I was using the wrong bow, and I know I was, because the long shot bow actually has like 3 times the power, or even more depending on how you mod it out. Because usually my favorite mods to have on any of my bows is I gotta have one of them is handling, and one of them is some sort of damage upgrade. Is what I like. I'll never understand how that happened. Yeah.
Still sniffing around.
Now the reason why I keep going back over this way and hiding in the bush is because it's out of their eyes, out of their line of sight, and by staying out of their line of sight, which any player will tell you that loves Horizon Zero Dawn as much as I do, if not, I mean I love this game. I like to think I love this game more than your average player, but which is
Off you go.
well, actually, let me take that back. That's actually kind of an unfair statement. I love this game to the point where, I mean, I'm literally 3 trophies away from platting out. I gotta knock over all the training dummies, and I gotta have oh cool! I can't believe I hit that shot. I gotta get one of the achievements is having all your friends fight with you at the end. Now, one of the tricks to this is to not fight nil on that. When he says, "Okay, will you meet me over here?" and you fight him and kill him, don't do that mission. Keep going along with the rest of the other missions up until that main story mission. And if you have everybody there with you, from Teb all the way to nil, you'll get an achievement like with the help of my friends or all of my friends. That's one of the hidden trophies. And I think the other hidden trophy is having all the shadow weapons and armor. If you get all the shadow weapons and armor, then that's another one. And after knocking down all the training dummies, then you get those 3, you plat out, and you're good to go. So that's actually really cool. So let's go ahead and knock these guys. We'll go ahead and mark these guys just real quick. And now let's do this. Alright, so now we know where these guys are. Awesome. So we're gonna go ahead and grab what these guys dropped. And there we go. And there we go. And here we're gonna go ahead and do this now. Now, this is another reason why you would have thought, hey, why not have the? I wish at the time when I was doing this, I was using the correct bow. But one of the definite secrets I could tell you right now of making sure you never run out of the arrows that you need. I can tell you right now, my personal favorites are the fire arrows. Fire and tear arrows are the ones I like, and also the heavy arrows for the sharp shot are my favorite. But the thing is that you have to farm sometimes, and I don't actually show this when I do it. Is you got to farm for the wire and for the blaze and all that other fun stuff. So yeah, you got to pretty much do that because you don't want to have to go and pay, metal shards for. I think it's like 10 metal shards for a single piece of wire. Where I forget which ones actually carry wire. I would have to if you Google it, there's like it'll tell you like which ones have the parts that you're looking for and the best chances of drop and all that. So. But definitely, it doesn't hurt to farm for the parts. I mean, Ridgewood is everywhere, so you don't have to. I mean, really, you don't need anything really more than at any one time having like 400 pieces. If you have 400 pieces of Ridgewood, you're good. 400 pieces of Ridgewood should last you a good long while. Because like Ridgewood is so plentiful, it's not even funny. Anything more than like 400 pieces, you're wasting slots in your inventory. You don't need anything more than that. Ah, dang it. Oh boy. I don't know why it goes blurry like that when you're that close, and then the heck with it. It's not a big deal. Well, we'll see what's going on. Alright. So let's just see what's going on with this. So we will go ahead and take a little bit of rune. So we got the rest of these guys marked. Now you're gonna find that now one of the things that you're gonna see real quick is that I'm gonna be using that little area that I was just hiding in as far as that tall grass, just to knock out these guys right here. And you would have thought that at this point right here I would have noticed I was still using the wrong bow, but unfortunately I didn't. And how I missed that, I don't know, but... So... another neat little trick that I found is actually, if you can get them...
They're still looking.
if they chase you, if they actually start running up on you, and you run into the, and you run over the rock, over the rocks and over to this point, that if you break their line of sight, they will like start looking around. You can actually use the whistle ability.
Can
And
breathe again.
Enough of this foolishness.
you can use the silent strike on them. Now this one, I wasn't able to move fast enough on that one. There we go. See, it was because I was making shots like that every so often that I didn't realize. But I don't know why it didn't register
Come
that.
out
Like,
wherever you are.
you see, right there, I could have used. I could use either my regular or my heavy strike with my weapon, but because really at this point, with the way I have my character stacked is, I'm like, all I need is like leader strike. Because I have heavy strike plus, where it will knock over enemies. So, and you'll see later on in the videos I'll be putting out
To your
that
business.
it'll, like, whenever I run up, have like an enemy come up to me, like if I hit him, I'll end up knocking him over just about every time, which is great. But then again, knocking him over, it's also RNG too, because it's not guaranteed to work, but when it does, it's a beautiful thing. Let's go ahead and do this. This is, I don't know why I even attempted. Well, you'll see it in a second. And I'm still mad at myself for not noticing that I wasn't using the sharp shot bow. Jeez. Was this? Yeah, this is the bad idea. See, now with the sharp shot bow, 2 hits and that guy would have been gone. And really, the sharp shot arrows don't necessarily use too much as far as your resources, and that's really the sad part.
That's right. No one here.
Yeah, that's really the sad part, and why I'm mad at myself because of it. So, but you know, things are what they are. Things being what they are, rather, is what I meant. Is really just, you know, because really, it's actually to your benefit to, like, for taking on bandit camps and all that. It really, what it boils down to is, if you have the sharp shot bow with the hard point arrow, with those particular arrows, like the main ammo for it. I'm having a hard time remembering stuff. I don't have any coffee in my system just yet, but please forgive me. It's like early in the morning. It's like almost 6 o'clock. Couldn't sleep, and I wanted to get this out to you guys. However, this is what's going on. The sharp shot bow, it would have done, like, that shot right there would have done like 3 times the damage. Each of its shots would have done 3 times or more the damage, depending on how you have it stacked. And as I said before, I stack mine with at least, if it has 2 slots and one of them is handling, the other one's damage. So you want to have, you know, if you like, for the sharp shot bow, I use like I'll use some of the higher handling and damage on the bows. Even on the slingshot, handling is another one that I'll use on there too. It's just how it is. But yeah, that's really what it is, what it boils down to. So let's go ahead. So now, got all these folks marked, and dadgummit, he sees me. Give it a second or two, and there we go. Okay. So really,
They're scanning for me.
okay, please let me hit him in the head. Oh, thank you, Lord. See, the sharp shot bow is just a better bow overall, in my opinion, because as far as its accuracy, but not just its accuracy, but its power. And I'm really mad that I didn't see that until after the fact. Because you'll see, if you do it right, these things can hit like a truck. See, like right there, one shot, 79. 180 to the head. Look at that, headshot right there. I mean, you can see the difference in the damage. And that's like actually 4 times the damage, actually. That is what I meant. But it uses, but if you have to use less of the, basically, if you use the other bow, you're using twice as much ammunition as opposed to the sharp shot, which you use like within 1 or 2 hits, if you're good enough with it, you could dispatch the enemies with no problem. I try to use, like, lead them to the bush, and which I'll show you in later videos. If I can lead them to the bush and knock them out, that's a beautiful thing. So now, whoa! That sounded like a really, it sounded like he said a really bad word right there. It sounded like he said a really, really bad word. I'm not gonna say what word it is, but it sounded really bad. Wow. Okay. I'm hoping he didn't say the word I'm thinking, because how that got past the sensors on this one. I mean, I think the strongest cuss word I've heard is ass on this. Go. So, rock and roll. so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get up here real quick, which obviously, there we go, thank you. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and do this, and we're gonna rock and roll. And we're gonna go ahead and do this. So we're gonna hit this guy. Yeah, okay, well, that's alright, that's a little good hit. Well, you can see what I mean. With the sharp shot bow, 2 hits and you're good to go. So you can knock him out with 2 hits and all's well and good. Now, I'm trying to knock out at this point just enough of them to where I don't have to really worry about being seen or having to get shot at. Now I will go over to these guys and pick up whatever they got right here, and take whatever I can.
Full already. I'm not going to worry about that. Nope, that's a bad idea. That's a really bad idea to go up there. I better stay up top. I'm not going to grab that dude's stuff over there just yet. I'll come back for that. So, yeah. I don't want it. Let's see if I can hit this guy from over here. See if I can do it. See if I can do it. Yeah. Now, if you notice, it was a headshot, but it didn't show like a high number like to the body. It's still a headshot like that from a sharp shot bow will take him out in a single hit. If you're good enough at a distance. I'm not the greatest at a distance with the sharp shot, but which is why a lot of the time I'll just go for the body, and like I have the quick reload perk, so like you'll see right what I talk about in a minute. Like I'll miss this right here. Knowing my luck. And I'm like, nah, the heck with it. Yeah, let him try to figure out where I'm at. So you go up here. No, I don't need to go up here. Wait a minute, hold on. Alright. Okay, so we're gonna grab this, and folks, we're getting close to the end of the video right here, so I do want to go and thank everyone who has subscribed. You guys are awesome, and I have much love for all of you. Thank you for taking a chance on me, and I do appreciate it. And thank you for finding my channel. Also, please smash that like button. Even if you're not a subscriber, please, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. I really would appreciate it. And I also want to take this time to thank all those that have commented and rated as well. You guys are awesome. And you guys have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you later on this afternoon. Peace, y'all. I think I can leap onto the Tallneck from here.